We use a lot of eggshells at our house, and we're also going to start raising chickens in the spring, so I wondered, what the heck can you do with eggshells? Oh, sure, there's the obvious uses. Crush them on your garden for extra nutrients, put them in your compost, or use them as a supplement for your livestock or chickens. But can you use eggshells in another way? Oh, yeah. Let's unlock the two other great uses for this seemingly disposable wonder. One of the great uses has to do with tempering the bitterness of your coffee. I'll be showing you how to do that a little bit later, and I'll even do a taste test to see if it works. But first, let's talk about the eggshell as a source of calcium and learn how to process and use it for that. Our teeth, nails, and bones contain calcium carbonate, and eggshells are 95% calcium carbonate. In fact, 1 teaspoon of eggshell powder contains 800 to 1,000 milligrams of natural, easily absorbed calcium. In addition, the rest of the eggshell is made up of protein and other compounds that can keep our bones and joints healthy. If you want to be sure you're getting an all-natural calcium supplement that is easily absorbed into the body, eggshells are the ticket. Sure, you can buy a supplement at the store, but with this you know exactly what is in it, and it's free. Now, it's easy to make a calcium supplement from an eggshell, so let me give you a quick rundown of the steps. Oh, and since you would be ingesting this, I would suggest you use only your own or some trusted farm fresh eggshells or organic eggshells for this purpose. I've also read in places that if you use shells from hard-boiled eggs, it can add a bit of a sulfur taste, though I've never tried it. First, rinse your eggshells and store in a Ziploc in the freezer until you have a good amount, a dozen worth or more. This way you can make a fair amount of supplement and not have to repeat the process as often. When you've got enough, pull them from the freezer and boil your eggs in water on the stove for 10 to 15 minutes. This kills any bacteria, like salmonella. You don't want to be serving up salmonella in your daily smoothie. Now drain the eggshells and spread them out on a cookie sheet or other baking pan. Bake the eggshells in the oven at 225 degrees for about 20 minutes. This should dry out the shells completely. If they're not completely dry, just add a little more time. Then after the eggshells have cooled, start placing a few at a time in a clean coffee grinder. A coffee grinder makes the finest powder, and therefore it makes it easier to combine with your drinks or add to food. Keep the powder in an airtight container and use it as necessary. You can store it in the cupboard for 4 to 6 weeks. If you want an even more easily absorbed calcium supplement, you can make calcium citrate. Squeeze some lemon juice into a small bowl and put in some crushed eggshell. The lemon juice dissolves the eggshell and you're left with calcium citrate. Here it's taking quite a bit of time to dissolve. Probably should have used some of that eggshell powder instead. So there you have it, a great calcium supplement for smoothies and other drinks like coffee. Yep, this brings me to another hidden use of the eggshell. As it turns out, adding eggshells to your coffee is supposed to temper the bitterness and give you a smoother cup of joe. Color me skeptical. But hey, I'll try just about anything once, so let's do this. To see if this actually works, I made 2 cups of coffee. Each was made with the same amount and type of ground coffee beans and the same amount of water in the coffee maker. The only difference is one had a single crushed eggshell mixed with the grounds. The idea here is that after you get your egg in the pan for breakfast in the morning, you rinse out the eggshell under hot water and crush it into your coffee grounds. Then brew your coffee while you're making breakfast. And so that's the method I used for this. Let's see how this compares. On the left we have Livin' La Vida Mocha. This one has the eggshells in the coffee grounds. And on the right we've got Mrs. Always Right with no eggshells. Incidentally, these are both black cups of coffee to effectively determine the bitterness. So now is the real test. So let's try it. First, a regular black cup of coffee. I could drink about 40 of those. Now, let's see what this tastes like. Less bitter or not. Well, I am happy to report it is a little less bitter and a little more smooth. I used the same amount of coffee, the same amount of water, the same kind of coffee, and I can tell the difference. Not a lot, but a little. If you'd like a better, smoother cup of coffee, you might want to try putting some eggshells in your grounds. Hope you enjoyed learning about eggshells. And if you did, if you'd like to subscribe to our channel, click on our faces and that'll take you right there. Thanks.